afternoon, Chairman Brody, or good evening, and members of the Education Committee. My name is Yolanda Williams, Yolanda Williams, and I'm appearing in front of you today to testify in opposition of LB 630 as a member of the Omaha Public School Boards of Education and the 52,000 students we serve. First, before I go on, I want to thank every proponent of public education that was here today, that's tuning in, and that's watching via the internet. As an elected member of the Omaha Public School Board of Education, I believe it's important for our students, our families, community members, including our business and nonprofit community, to have transparency and accountability of the spending of our taxpayer dollars. That transparency and accountability are at risk under LB 630. As you know, an important component of serving as an elected official is listening to the families and stakeholders we serve. OPS has listened to the community, and we currently offer a variety of choice and educational options for our students. We have Magnet in Focus, as well as blended learning environments. We offer these choices under the guidance of an elected school board, which provides taxpayers transparency and accountability. We also offer career pathways, dual language, military science and tactics, Native American education, Accelerate, adult high school, gateway to college, dual enrollment, advanced placement, international baccalaureate, independent studies, secondary success, alternative education. We have the first virtual K-8 school in the state, as well as UNO OPS middle college programs. Option enrollment also allows students to move between public school districts if that is a better fit for their family. We have come in extremely far in the last decade, and by the achievement data that was released for the last school year, we are on the move, and we will continue to be on the move in the next 5 to 10 years. As the only sitting single parent of 3 children, we are people of color. My oldest child is autistic. I have a behaviorally challenged child who has had lots of challenges. I'm a board member that serves in Subdistrict 1, who has the highest poverty rate in OPS. And I am an active, engaged citizen of this great state, and I believe that Nebraska public schools are serving our community well. We already have choice. We have plenty of choice, and charter schools are simply not needed. I believe LB 630 is a solution in search of a problem that does not exist in Nebraska, and I strongly urge all of you to oppose this legislation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You heard some of the testimony. Do you represent North Omaha schools?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so do you have some suggestions about what's happened and what's going wrong and what could be better and what the Department of Education needs to help you do? And because we hear that we know there's problems going on up there. It's the schools or whatever, some standard. Academic career needs improvement. And what do you think needs to happen?
Well, quite honestly, this is beginning my second term, and for the past 4 years, that's what we have focused on. If you look, the NDE has used our persistently low and achieving school, Druid Hill, as a model for the state to inform work for right now Santee and Luke County schools. So we have the MTSSB, the multi-tier support systems of behavior happening. OPS spends less per student than the state average to educate students, but yet we are advancing in our academics and our achievement. Again, this past year, in the fall, we announced the highest state achievement scores in our history. That says that we're on the move. We have a strategic plan. We are working on infrastructure. We are building a model that we are looking at in K-6 education right now. Achievement is high. It's very high. And those students that move to middle school, you're going to see those scores increase. And when they get to high school, they're going to increase. And everyone that's been up here has talked about OPS. But I've been the first person to be here for OPS and represent our district. I am proud to be OPS parent. I am proud to work for a mentoring organization that serves only OPS because we know that getting our students to and through college and post-secondary, that is the way for our future. We have millions and millions of dollars of trade work, and we need teachers and we need nurses, and that's exactly what we are doing at Omaha Public Schools. You know, the efforts to recruit, we've talked about diverse staff. We had a new teacher induction this year of 400 new students. I had the pleasure of honoring them and speaking to them. The most diverse group of teachers we've ever had in our district. Age, gender, culture, race, all of that. We are actively recruiting. We have some fabulous candidates for a superintendent. Historically, we have never even interviewed a person of color. A black man we have could possibly be our next superintendent. So for those to come and talk about our fabulous district that is leading the work, not just here in this state, but we are leading work across the country. OPS is on the move. Our goal is to be the #1 urban district in this country, and with the support that we have here from teachers and staff and from you, we are going to do that. So I poo-poo what they say about the charters, because all of the colleagues I have around this country, they're saying that we have had charter schools, and our students and our families are running back to public education institutions. That's something that we need to be talking about. What we're doing in OPS, what we're doing in LPS, what we're doing across our great state is proof that we do not need charter schools in our great state.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to, so has it been historically bad and you've made recent changes? Is that what's going on?
We have made phenomenal changes. We've had,
Has it been recent?
it has been recent.
We're hearing about
We're-
generations of not dealing with the kids and parents who can't teach their kids to read because they weren't taught to read. So the changes are recent. There's an effort right now.
Absolutely.
That you want to let work.
Absolutely. Our strategic plan, our needs analysis, all of the things that we're doing, we're not doing them because we don't have anything better to do. I'm sure plenty of you know that our typical board meetings run 8 to 10 hours anymore because we're really trying to make sure that our students and our families and our community are getting what they need. And I will tell you, in all of my 11 schools that I represent, as well as some in Sub-District 2 that I don't, but I work with on a daily basis, they are proud to be a part of our district. They are proud that we are working hard to make sure that each and every one of our students are getting what they need. Do we have room for improvement? Yes, we do. But we are addressing those needs every day. We're addressing those needs.
Thank you for coming here today.
Thank you. I have to cut questions off here pretty soon. Senator Lehan.
So of the 28 needs improvement schools, are they still, I know the scores have improved, but how many of the schools of those 28 are now proficient in 3rd and 8th grade reading and math?
At this moment, I couldn't give you those numbers off the top of my head. Lots of data at OPS, but I will make sure that you get that information.
And did the school try to, OPS, the district, I'm sorry, did you try to bring in, when I'm reading this, OPS Union won't sign on alternative middle school? Are you trying to open that?
So currently, my understanding is that we are working with the Omaha Education Association to make sure that our teachers, we have teachers that are working on that. And it was something that at one point was proposed, and that has been removed from the table because we really do want to collaborate with our teachers. We believe in our teachers. It's unfortunate that there's been some miscommunications, but that for us is very important. I mean, we have lots of challenges again, and not everybody that is in OEA is for what they say, and they're not all for what we say. And so we're looking at finding some common ground. But right now, the common ground is our students, and we are working with the Omaha Education Association to make sure that we have our teachers that are here working with our students because they know those kids.
So there's not, if a middle school student right now, there's not an alternative school.
Currently, we don't have a middle school alternative school, and I know that because my child was, before Wilson became a focus school, my child was in the last class at Wilson of the alternative education program. So I know it. I know the teachers can do it. We just have to come to some common ground and make that agreement.
I just, one more question. Who did you contract with for the virtual school?
I can't give that off the top of my head. I have Monique here that will give me that. I know that Rob Dixon has worked with that a lot, so he's really
That's fine. Just
the
if
key
you can get
person.
it to us, that'd be great.
Absolutely get that
Thank you
before
very much.
I think that brought up a question for me. So if you want to start an alternative middle school, something like the magnet schools that you have, the Buffett magnet schools, is that considered an alternative school too?
Well, our alternative schools are our accelerated programs, our Blackburn. We know that we need a place for those students to go to get the education that they need, and not all the students need to be out of the system. I think.
So I'm going to cut you off
Okay.
because you answered my question.
Okay.
So your teachers are under a union contract and they get paid the same and the same benefits no matter where they teach.
Absolutely.
Why do they have veto power about where you assign them and what school that you want to, curriculum that you want to pursue?
I wouldn't personally say veto power. I think
Sounds that way.
that it's negotiations, and that unfortunately I'm not going to be able to talk about what the negotiation process is because that's a legal thing, and unfortunately our legal counsel would have my head on a platter, and I need to feed my children.
Thank you, and I appreciate you as an elected official taking the time to come down here and giving us firsthand what you're up against.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Any other questions? Thank you. Next, we're going to go with